This is what we're making today. Mushroom rice balls. These are 4 kinds of mushrooms. In a pot of boiling water, we're throwing in our button mushrooms, our shimiji mushrooms, cremini, and dried shiitake mushrooms. We're going to cover this with a lid and boil it for 1 hour. What we're making here is a mushroom stock. We're going to be using this water to flavor our rice. This is 3 cups of glutinous rice. We're going to wash it until the water runs clear. In this recipe, this is probably going to be the most important step. If the rice isn't washed properly, the rice ball will become too sticky and starchy. Instead of seeing each grain of rice on its own, you'll see a bunch of them just mold together. So again, this is the most important step. Don't forget to wash your rice thoroughly. Once the water runs clear, we're going to soak it for 15 minutes. After 1 hour, this is the mushroom stock. It reduced a little bit in water and the color has changed into brown. We're going to strain the mushrooms out, separating it from the liquid, and use it to cook the rice in. As for the mushrooms, we're going to save it and set it aside for later. This is our rice after being strained. We're now going to add our mushroom stock into it. We're going to throw this into the rice cooker and let it do its magic. This is 3 cups of rice to 3 cups of mushroom stock. As for the mushrooms, we're going to dice them up to little pieces. After dicing it, in a pan of hot oil, we're going to throw it in there. We're going to saute this for about 5 minutes. The point of this step is to reduce the moisture content coming from the mushrooms and also to give the mushroom a little bit of browning for extra flavor. We're going to season the mushroom generously. It's very important to season this dish in every single step or it will fall flat in flavor. After sauteing it, we're going to set it aside and let it cool down. This is our rice after it's done cooking. See how it's changed in color? That's what we want. We're going to throw this into a bowl along with the mushrooms and give it a good mix. When mixing this, it's very important that we don't smash the rice. Using a rice paddle, we're going to mix it using the side of the rice paddle. We're using a cutting motion to mix this. Do not press on the rice with the paddle or the rice will turn mushy, especially right now while it's hot. Continue to cut the rice with your paddle until it's cooled down and it's mixed thoroughly. Once it's mixed, we're going to lay it down on parchment paper and let it cool down for 10 minutes. Make sure it's evenly spread on the parchment paper so that it cools down evenly. Next, in a cup of water, we're going to add in 1.5 tablespoons of salt. We're going to give this a little mix and use it to wet our hands while we're handling the rice ball. The water will help prevent the rice from sticking to our hand and also season it. So, we're going to dip our hand into the water, take a bunch of rice and weigh it out. This rice ball will be 130 grams. Once we've weighed it out to 130 grams, we're going to form it into a ball. Once we've created the initial ball shape, using our palms and fingers, we're going to create a triangular shape. You don't want to press on this too hard where it's mushy, you just want to shape the rice ball. And once it's shaped, let's get ready to plate. And this is our mushroom rice ball. It's based on the Japanese rice ball onigiri. In terms of taste, it's very mushroomy. We cooked it in the mushroom stock and we threw a bunch of sauteed mushrooms in it. It's a very straightforward dish. It's just like eating rice and mushrooms. Delicious, filling, and I guess pretty healthy for you? Anyways, that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys want to see more Breath of the Wild episodes, post in the comments below.